Tonight I'm going to be reviewing MAC's paint pots. Gosh, where to start with these? They're my favorite product of all time by MAC, basically. That's a good place to start. I first started getting these a couple months ago because I went in to buy some MAC paint, and they told me that gradually they're phasing the paint out and replacing them with the paint pots. Now, I haven't heard that since, so I'm not sure if that's really true. I kind of hope it's not, because I like to use paint as a base. Because one thing you'll notice about the paint pots is that they're a little moister than paint. So if you have really super uber greasy eyelids like I do, they're still going to crease after like 10 hours. And so if you want to have makeup that's very, very long lasting, I recommend using a paint first, then a paint pot, maybe in a different color, and then your eyeshadows or your pigments. Let me just start showing you some colors. These are all permanent to the collection. They're not limited edition. These first 4 that I'm going to show you. Okay, this is Delft. It's a blue with a, I would say, a silver and gold shimmer to it. It kind of reminds me a little bit of steel blue pigment, but it's more blue and less metallic. This is Mosscape, which is reminiscent of gold and olive pigment, so it would be a really good base while you're using gold and olive. It's got a gold kind of metallic quality about it. This is Blackground, which is an excellent base for dark looks. It's not completely matte. It has a very slight sparkle to it, like a very slight silver metallicness to it, but it's not as noticeable as the green tint in the Sharkskin Shade Stick is, in my opinion. But especially if you wear this very sheerly, you're going to see a lot of the reflection, whereas if you apply it thickly, you're going to see just more of the black. And the last permanent one is Groundwork, which is part also of the N collection, which is out right now. It's a re-promote, but it is in the permanent collection. Groundwork is a beige color. Really good for neutral looks. So those are the permanent ones. The other paint pot that comes, well, there are 2 more paint pots that come in the N collection. The other one that I have is quite natural. It's a little bit darker than Groundwork. It's like a chocolate brown. I hope you can see that color. It's really great. Dark chocolate, like a bitter chocolate color. It's like the color of Mexican hot chocolate, like the real stuff, not the Swiss Miss. I also have the 2 paint pots from the McQueen collection. There's Electro Sky, which is this fabulous blue-purple kind of electric lavender color. And my favorite of all time is Otherworldly. I adore this color. It is an opaque robin's egg blue, and it is just amazing. And had I known I was going to like it this much, I would have bought 2 or 3 of them. But I'm hoping that before I run out of this stuff, there'll be a re-promote. I love paint pots for a couple of reasons. Number one, they come in this jar. It's like the Fluid Line jar, but larger. You only need a little bit to get the color to show up on your skin and to cover your eyelid in an opaque manner. So one of these is going to last you a long, long time. The colors are extremely creamy. They go on smoothly without pulling at your eyelid or tugging or bouncing. You know, when you apply it and you get like that bip, 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 and then there's like blank skin in between the bip, bips. They don't do that. You can use your fingers, you can use a brush. I always use a brush because I find that when I use my fingers, it kind of smears the product around more than putting it on my eye. The colors are really gorgeous. You can wear them on their own, or you can wear them as bases. And I just think they're a phenomenally versatile, long-wearing product. They're a great value for your money. I think they're, gosh, I want to say $16.50, but check the MAC website. I could be totally wrong on that, but they're not expensive at all. They're cheaper than the something like a NARS eyeshadow. You know, they're not expensive. They're middle of the range. I hope they come out with more of these. There's a collection that's permanent to MAC. You may have heard of Painterly Paint Pot, which is the beige kind of paint pot version of Bare Canvas paint. There's Artifact, which is a red color, kind of similar to Flammable paint, but it's a little, I find it's a little more purpley, whereas Flammable is more of a brighter red. They have some really great colors. So this, in my book, is one of the first things I look for in a new collection. You know, when the end collection came out today, the first things I bought were those paint pots, and then I looked at the other products. And when Fafi comes out, the first thing I'm going to buy are the paint pots, because I think they're the most versatile with the best color payoff. So I hope this was helpful, and if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. Ta-ta!